Evening all. Okay, so we're going to run a little scalp session here using the new Whale Rider, and I'll show you what we're looking at here. Each of these columns is a 5-minute candle, and we're able to see in real time which pairs out of the top 160 are making all the money. So at the moment we're in a 5-minute candle, we have 30 seconds left, so this is all going to reset in about 30 seconds, and these dotted green and red lines are our thresholds of 0.5%. So as soon as one of our pairs breaks through 0.5%, that's where we might want to consider getting into a long or a short. So first let's see which way the market's going to go, and then look at the best opportunities. The market are the white lines. So we can see in this last candle, the market pushed up about 0.25%. You can see that little white spike. And the yellow columns are Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin's moving, we can see we're getting huge additional movement to the up and down side as Bitcoin has a small move. Okay, here we go, fresh candle. Let's have a look which way this is going to go. Just takes a few moments to get itself ready after a fresh candle. Okay, hang in there, we'll get some action any moment. And it looks like we're off. So to the downside, we can see SLP is heading for the downside, and ANC perp heading for the top. So SLP is down 0.5% already. So anyone looking for short opportunities, if you think market's pulling back here, jump on SLP. I'm not going to bring up any of these individual charts, so you might want to just load some of these. Start with SLP, also load ANC, check your RSI, check your MACD, look at where these pairs are in their range. If they're already up high, you might not want to be going long. If they're scraping the barrel and they're down low in their range, then you might want to jump on along, as long as there's some room on the top end above it there. All right, come on, ANC's still up the top, and we're definitely moving up now. You can see Bitcoin's already up 0.1%, but YFII is our pair at the top. It's not 0.5% up yet, but it's on its way, followed by MAPS perp. So we can see our white line is pushing up. That's the entire market. So the entire market on this one 5-minute candle is up 0.1%, bit over 0.1%. We had a bit of trouble with the feed. I'm just trying again. Here we go. Okay, apologies for that. So ANC is well and truly broken out over 1.5%. Right? Every fresh candle we'll run this again for a little while. So ANC is taking the lead, 1.5%. YFII 1%, followed by DYDX. And we've got a whole batch here that have also passed their half. Yeah, sorry about that. We're just having some trouble with the live feed, just testing a couple of new apps. So a few teething issues. Okay, so this new candle, we have 4 minutes left on this 5-minute candle, so it's just getting started. 1 minute in, we can see Bitcoin is already up. Bitcoin, remember, is the yellow column in the middle. and that yellow column is already up about 0.1, 0.2%. The market is the white line in the middle. The market's currently outperforming Bitcoin and it's being pulled up by all these altcoins, heading charts GST and STEP. GST is up 1.5%. STEP about 1%. And then we've got a little batch here that have passed the 0.5 mark. CEL, SKL, SPEL, OXY and AGLD. Pull some of those up in their own charts, have a good look at them. Use your own criteria to see if it's too late or if they're still worth jumping in, but they're the ones that are making all the money right now. STEP, GST and ANC are your top three. 3 minutes left. Okay, we're going to try this again. Sorry about that, people. Not sure exactly why it keeps dropping out, but we'll give it another run. So, ANC up on top. How are we going on this candle? 40 seconds to go. Okay, let's get ready for a fresh 5-minute candle coming up. ANC is up on top and it could continue into this next 5-minute candle. Remember, as soon as this 5-minute candle starts, all of our pairs will reset to 0, and we're then measuring the percentage move of the top 160 pairs to get our market direction as well as the best and worst performers out of the pack. You should be just about ready to go. Okay, here we go. This is the new 5-minute candle coming up now. STEP is out in front. STEP is the first to reach 0.5. However, Bitcoin is heading down, so be careful here. Bitcoin is heading down. The market is heading down. STEP again is up at 0.5, but Uniperp is the first down to negative 0.5. Let's get in a bit closer here. Okay, so there's Uni, People, YFII, all looking to be the first to break down. OXY has popped its head up. CHR is up in front. As you can see in the middle here, Bitcoin's having trouble deciding which way it wants to go here. It's currently down about close to 0.1%. And the market is definitely down 0.1. So with the market dropping and Bitcoin dropping, we still have a few of these pairs reaching up here. CHR, GMT and STEP. Bitcoin pulling back, the market pulling back, and People Perp is at the gates past 0.5% down. And it looks like it's on the move, so keep a close eye on People Perp. Still 3 minutes to go. If you think this might turn around, keep an eye on Looks Perp. And I think I saw CHR and GMT there as well. Looks, CHR and GMT on the upside, People, Atlas, YFII on the downside. People's now down past 0.6%. Bitcoin's still definitely down, the market's down. Looks is up about 1% now. Okay, Bitcoin is still down below the center line, about 0.1 down. The market's still down. Cello and People right behind FYI on the downside, and CHR and FLM Perp up above 0.5%. We still have a minute on the clock before the next 5-minute candle. Pretty flat here. This is a fairly boring candle, folks. Well, the money is still in looks on the upside, FYI on the downside. Bitcoin's down, the market's down a little. Could really flip a coin here, but you've really got to go with what we're seeing here, which is Bitcoin is pulling back slightly on this candle. The market's pulling back, getting a few breakaways now. Neo from the bottom, also GMT in there. ANC having another run here. Watch out, ANC and GMT heading down. GMT is now 0.7%, ANC 0.7%. Some of these may flow into the next candle as well, so just keep an eye on ANC and GMT as we start a new candle right now. Here it comes. Everything will reset itself back to zero. And this is a fresh 5-minute candle straight into some negative movement here with Step at the bottom. Step's already at 0.5%. If you wanted to jump on a nice profitable short, Step could be the way to go. Bitcoin is moving down. The market's moving down. It's a good sign for the first few that poke their heads through our threshold of 0.5. So Step is already through. What have we got hiding in here? SLP and RND. People, GMT. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Step and People. Bitcoin's looking fairly flat there, but the market has pulled back quite a bit. Almost 0.2% on average across the top 160 pairs. People, Step, and LRC have passed 0.5% drop, and they're coming through now, so keep an eye on the looks. LRC, Step, FLM. I mean, you just can't catch them all. The market's dropping now, more so than the last candle, but Bitcoin is still sitting fairly flat. YFII has now broken through 0.8% down. I like to think of 0.5 as my threshold, so if we get down to 0.8, really we're about 0.3 up. We can't get into all of these as they break down through zero, so we need to pick a threshold, so 0.5 is about my threshold. Okay, looks is leading the charge. FLM, Step, and AR Perp. AR Perp's now down 0.56%. Bitcoin's still pulling back slightly. Are we back? Yes, I think we're back. Okay. How are we going? New candle in 1.5 minutes. Okay, so we're not really in the middle of a massive dump here or anything, keep in mind, so I'd be keeping some pretty tight stops if you're testing a few of these shorts. Trooper 0.85 down, whoop, 0.95, looks 0.9 now. The market itself is down about 0.3% on this candle, almost at 0.4. Looks is still the most profitable trade on this current 5-minute candle, shorting Looks perp. We all saw a breakthrough, and now it's just past 1%. So if you did jump in it as it broke through 0.5, then you're at least 0.5% up on your Looks trade. All right, 10 seconds to go. We've got a fresh candle. So what are we seeing? Looks on the way down. Bitcoin recovered a little bit from the last candle. We're almost back to zero. The market pulled back a little more than the last candle, and here we go, fresh candle. Starting off, it's looking strong. ANC perp straight out of the gate, 0.5% up. If you're looking for a quick long, it could be ANC perp on this candle. ANC loves jumping from the top to the bottom. If the market's looking good, it tends to pop the last few days. And if we head down, ANC often leads the charge. There we go, look at it, ANC down the bottom there. All right, Bitcoin is pulling back slightly, but the market is pushing up. So let's just be a little wary here. It's early days on this candle. Only 50 seconds in, and we have KSOS breaking out hard down the bottom. 1.5% down already. KSOS, ANC, Alpha, there are 3 shorts. Bitcoin's definitely pulling back. The market's pulling back. We have a few out in front. ANC, KSOS. I saw GMT there. KSOS almost 1%. AVAX 0.5% down. GMT 0.5% down. People perp 0.5% down. Bitcoin's coming down a little harder now than it was in the last candle. We still have 3.5 minutes on the clock. GST perp's deciding to have a little break to the upside. CLV perp, 0.8% down. ANC, 0.85. ANC, CLV, People, KSOS, GMT, RSR, they're all down over 0.5%. Oxy and GST perp, forget Oxy, GST perp is up above 0.5% up. Bitcoin's down though, the market's down. Had 3 candles in a row now of Bitcoin losing ground and the market losing ground. ANC is now down, getting close to 1.5% down. Currently a bit over 1% down. Followed by YFII, CLV, Sushi. ANC certainly seems to be the trade of this candle though. Still 2 minutes to go. Best long opportunity is GST perp, just over 0.5% up. I'd obviously be staying away from it right now. Holly is now up as well, 1%. And we've got Bitcoin pulling down and the white line there being the average of the entire market, down about 0.4%. Certainly want to be staying away from those longs right now. ANC 1.5% to the downside. have a minute 12 on the clock. GST still up 0.5%. ANC almost 1.5% down. CLV 1.1% down. CLV, SLP, and now the two best short opportunities. GST still sitting up there just over 1.5%. I mean 0.5%, sorry. Spell Perp 1.2% down. CLV, Spell, and Holly are the three best shorts. Bitcoin's pulling back a little further here. Bitcoin almost 0.2% down. Now as we come close to the end of this candle, almost 10 seconds to go, keep an eye up the top here, AVAX. If we're going to have a break up, AVAX has actually already shot up 1% this candle, just in the last few seconds. So here it comes, fresh candle. Keep an eye on AVAX. And we're starting off to the downside again. AVAX straight down, 1% down. Holly almost 1% up, but Bitcoin is dropping. The market, the white line is dropping. Holly and Oxy have broken up over 0.5%. AVAX down now over 1%. Keep a close eye on AVAX. Who's coming through in the second spot? YFI and RSR. Okay, we could be seeing a turnaround here. Bitcoin is still, well, it's right on the center line now. There we go, it is pulling back, and the market is also pulling back. So let's keep an eye down here. AVAX, just over 1% down. Okay, Tomo is breaking out up the top here as well. Keep an eye on Tomo. AVAX down almost 1.5%, followed by YFII. Bitcoin is now flat. And on the top we have Holly, Tomo, and Oxy. Okay, we've lost all of our shorts now. There are now no shorts that are more than 0.5% up. So we're now looking at the upside here. Bitcoin's still just facing down a touch. Can't always be in a trade. This is one of those candles that it's probably best to stay away from. 3 minutes to go. So remember, 160 pairs we're monitoring here, looking at the best long and best shorts. AVAX is now approximately 1.5% down. Bitcoin's flat, market's flat. Holly on the upside, almost 1% up. And 2 minutes 20 to go on this candle, this 5-minute candle. SECO is broken up through our top threshold, about 0.6% up. AVAX shot down again, 1.5% down. Holly, Seco, Oxy are our best three longs, and AVAX is the only short that you would want to be involved in on this candle. Over 1.6% down. Yep, there we go, just past 1.6, heading to 1.7% down. So if you got in there when we crossed that 0.5 threshold, you're doing pretty well with AVAX right now. With 1 minute 20 to go. Longs, we have Holly working on 1%. That's currently about 0.9. And Seiko. Bitcoin is up at the moment. Bitcoin is actually going to close this 5-minute candle ahead. Possibly. AVAX still down low, just over 1.5% down, and 45 seconds left on the clock. Okay, we could be getting a nice little turnaround here. Bitcoin's pushing up, the market's pushing up. We have a whole bunch that have now broken up over 0.5%. Holly, Seiko, GMT, CLV, CRV, Oxy, Tomo, People, Purpo. Holly at the top. Holly is working on 1%, currently about 0.9% up. Bitcoin's running well. The market's definitely up about 0.2% now. And we're now getting ready for a fresh candle. So here comes the reset. Everything will reset itself back to zero. Brand new candle. And we're going to see who's going to take the lead. Step straight down, 1.5% down. Full step up on a chart, have a close look. Oxy's also pulling back. Rune, ANC and FLM are looking strong. Bitcoin's pushing up. The market's pushing up. The market's already 0.1% up. ANC, FLM, SNX, and Rune. Let's have a close look. Rune, ANC more than 1.2% up, 1.5% up. Keep an eye on ANC, 1.2% up, followed by FYI, SNX, FLM. Bitcoin's up, the market's up, ANC on top, SKL on top. SKL almost 1%. Yeah, take it easy in here. We really want stronger moves than these. FLM just over 0.5% up. Bitcoin now pulling back slightly, which brings us a step down the bottom, just over 1% step. If we're heading down, then Toncoin and Oxy could be the next to go. Bitcoin's now pushing up. So on the upside we have SNX and XTZ. XTZ on top, followed by TLM and SNX. So there we go, the market's looking healthy. The white line in the middle there is pushing up nicely. Bitcoin almost 0.1% up. Oxy CRV down the bottom. FLM, TLM, and XTZ at the top. Two minutes to a fresh candle. Okay, Bitcoin's pulling back, the market's pulling back. CRV just past 0.5% down, and Oxy. CRV and OXY. Bitcoin is down below our center line. The market's still up, but if Bitcoin is going to pull back, that market's not going to stay up there for long. XTZ up on top. CRV down the bottom. GMT 0.8% down. GMT's taken the lead on the down. Oh, no steppers on the downside. Well, step over 3% down now. %. All right, I'm out of here now. If you want to see any more of these scalping sessions, just leave a comment and we might run them more often.